Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the United States of America as we kick off the West Coast swing. This swing will last to the end of the regular season when we conclude this regular season in Kansas and decide the 20 driver chase field. In total, we've got 9 tracks left until we know who our 20 drivers fighting for the championship will be. So anyway, let's focus on tonight. We're at the Dodge Motordrome. Very nice track, short track. It's the first short track since Nazareth, all the way back at race 10. And let's get to the starting lineup here for Heat 1, 25 laps of action. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. got the pole for this race. Now, this is not a top-line track, so this might not be a benefit to him, but we'll have to see how much he can pull on Andrew Rich at the start of the race. Row 2 is Eli Bright and Sky Commons. Row 3, in a shocking turn of events, Benjamin Ice is on the bottom with Jonathan Zorlin to his outside. Row 4 is Martin Wild and Frodemar Otts. Otts got second place at the second race at Pukaka a week ago. And in row 5, Marty Johnson, who ended up third in that race, and Brian Tremblay will start 9th and 10th. There are a lot of top drivers outside the top 10, and if you go far back to the end, Jesse Turner and Cole Deaver are 21st, 22nd, Sakuli in 24th. This is a top line track. It should be an interesting 25 lap heat race, and let's go trackside for the command.
All right, well, the fun doesn't start until we ask our drivers a question. Are you ready? Drivers, will you please start your engine?
Just as a subtle reminder that short tracks, just like road courses, caution free. What is going on? Oh, I'm on the pace car, not Fitzwater. I was like, why can't I see anything? After the Motordrome, we had the Armory Digital Super Speedway. It'll be the first Super Speedway race since Coca-Cola, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see another surprise winner as we are green at the Dodge Motordrome. And Fitzwater with a good start, but does he clear Rich before he gets to his outside? And it looks like Fitzwater will. Rich battling side by side with teammate Eli Bright. Sky Commons to the outside of the 88. We'll see how long Fitzwater can hold on to this lead. Andrew Rich is already challenging him for the top spot. Andrew Rich has just one heat win on the season, no, 2 heat wins on the season, and they both come at short tracks, North Wilkesboro and Martinsville. So could this be his return to heat victory lane? Back of the field, Zorlin to the top of Benjamin Ice, and there's the move by Rich, peeking to the outside of Fitzwater for the race lead here on lap 4. 25 lap heat races at this track, lap times at 17 seconds. It will not take them long to get around this racetrack in 25 laps. As you look to the bottom of the screen, Turner, Brommer, 2 big drivers out on the cutoff right now. Sakuli just passing Beckett for 20th. And we go to the back of the field. There is the 3 of Brommer just stuck. And now, you know, we had a big change in the points over the last couple of races. Brommer's 8th in the standings with his 3 wins. Now he's nowhere in danger of falling outside of the top 20 to Alan Cavanero's 549. Brommer sits at a hefty 753 on the points bracket, so 200 plus points, or around 200 to the good. So missing a few races won't hurt Brommer, but you miss too many, and those drivers at the bottom of the top 20 and outside of the top 20 will start catching up to you. As Andrew Rich has taken the lead away from Fitzwater. We were not looking at that battle while that occurred. Cole Deaver needs to make some races, because every time he does, he just doesn't get the finishes he needs. He gets poor finishes, and we know Deaver's got a car that can win. We've seen Ellison win twice this season. Deaver has just been very unfortunate week in and week out. So right now, Turner, Brommer, and Deaver are three big names outside the top 20, along with bottom of the barrel driver Shane Beckett. Beckett and Wheeler, bottom of the standings drivers, both made the Pukekohe doubleheaders, and they gained some nice needed points. Wheeler 48th in points now with 11 starts at 125. Beckett with 9 starts at 129 points. Next up ahead of them in the standings is Slay Jagger, who has 16 starts and only 189 points. Brommer to the outside of Donovan Cage as Jesse Turner moves his way into 20th place. Brommer, Beckett, and maybe Deaver. No, Deaver peaks low. Bad move. It's a top line passing track. Anytime you peak to the bottom, you really hurt yourself. Oh, and someone has blown up, and it's Quentin Moore. So woes continue for the 51. Oh, and he's going to stop in the middle of the track. This is not good. Andrew Rich goes low. Eli Bright goes low. Quentin Moore's just sitting there, and he finally gets out of the way. But that was dangerous for a few drivers. Fitzwater down to third now. Sorlin will peak low for the position. And how about Benjamin Ice and Frodemar Otts, Marty Johnson, all holding on to the top 10 right now. Same with Brian Tremblay. Tremblay in 10th. Braxton's trying to make up ground. He's to the inside of Johnson for 8th. Otts and Ice are side by side for 6th. But so Quentin Moore with a problem. He will miss out on the Dodge Motordrome, and short tracks are good places for underdog teams to get wins. Quentin Moore coming in 24th in the points. This will be his 6th missed race on the season. We are technically at 25 races, even though we've only got to 24 tracks. They were dubbed as rounds just to make it easier for me to like not have to reorganize the number of races. It's technically 47 races, 46 events. So Rich continues to lead. Don't know if these drivers will have to pit. Meanwhile, Brommer up to 19th. Beckett back up to 20th. Turner has fallen back down, and so has Cole Deaver. Well, Cole Deaver's just still been back here in 23rd. Lap time's not really falling off that much. Cage is just outside of the cutoff point. Can he get by Shane Beckett for 20th? We've got 6 laps to go. Beckett looking to make race number 10 on the season. It's been a grind for that team. Remembering back to the time at the beginning of the year with Donovan Cage and that team, they stayed out a long time in their heat race at Nashville, and it looked as though they were going to make it on fuel, but they pit coming to the white flag. It's moments like that that just tell you, anyone can win a heat race. Beckett holding off Donovan Cage. And Jesse Turner, man, and Cole Deaver, they're coming up. They are running out of time. 2 laps to go for Andrew Rich as Eli Bright tries to pull him in. Rich is looking for a heat win number 3. White flag on the track for Rich. It looks like he's gonna get it. Coming around to the start-finish line, Andrew Rich will get his 3rd heat win of Season 3. And there it is. This is the battle. Beckett is there in 20th. Turner passing Cage. He's not going to be able to get there. And they will miss out on the Dodge Motordrome. So a tough break. Andrew Rich having already retired, so Jesse Turner, Cole Deaver, Donovan Cage, and Quinton Moore will miss out here at the Dodge Motordrome, and I will see you all shortly for heat number 2. Welcome back to the Dodge Motordrome. We're gearing up for heat number 2. Before we get into our top 10 starting lineup, if you look to the top right of the screen, Dale Lightning will start 22nd here in heat number 2. And you know it was tricky in heat 1. Jesse Turner, Cole Deaver, they started back there. They did not make the race, so Lightning better hope he can just follow in line on the top and get into the top 20 as quickly as possible. Now to your top 10 starting lineup. Matthew Logan and Johnny Gardner are on the front row. Dylan Young, Nico Tringali in row 2. Audra Baranowskis and James Ellison are in row 3. I believe that is Edwin Mendez. Yes, Edwin Mendez and RJ Bishop, row 4, with Alan Cavanero and Cole Baker in row 5. So we get ready for heat number 2. So we look at the standings. Deaver and Turner. Deaver coming in 29th. Turner was up to 26th. And they will both miss out on the Dodge Motordrome here tonight.
Are you ready? Gentlemen, start your engines!
Also of note, Quinton Moore, 24th in the points, will miss out on the Motordrome. And then lastly, Donovan Cage, who was in the top 40 at one point, has now fallen down to 45th in the standings. We'll see if Jagger makes enough points up in the main in an hour or so to take that position. Basically, the goal for teams like them is top 40 in the points. And unlike Heat 1, the bottom line driver does not get the best start. This could give the lead easily to Gardner, and that's what's going to happen. Johnny Gardner to the race lead in Heat 2. Gardner has not won a heat race since Martinsville, so Gardner, just like Andrew Rich, 2 heat wins on short tracks. Gardner got his heat wins at Bristol Dirt and Martinsville. Is tonight the night Gardner finally gets that 3rd heat win of the season. Tringali, another Ford, running in 2nd place. Logan 3rd, Ellison's 4th, Bishop up to 5th. How about Cole Baker running in 8th right now? Oh, but going to the bottom, not the right move. That'll open the door for Oskin. And it does not seem like Logan's got the fastest car for race trim, as Ellison catches up to the back end of his car. Is Tringali closing in on Gardner? He is a little bit. To the back of the field, Chris Wheeler, Corey Riggs, Zoe Fernandez, and Daniel Voyles, the first 4 out. Lightning has made it into the top 20 for now, but Lucas Catano, too, is outside for 19th, and that's not what you want. See, even with a car like Lightning's, the bottom does not work. And Fernandez is ready to pounce and take 20th if need be. Lightning is making it difficult for Catano, though. They are holding pretty even right now. See Seth Cole a couple of positions ahead of them. And Lightning is actually making the bottom work versus Catano, and he actually holds him off. And now Catano will have to fight Fernandez for 20th. So wow, that's the first time I think I've ever seen a pass completed on the bottom at this track. And it took superior equipment to get it done, and there it is, Fernandez by Catano for 20th. Now Lightning challenging Alexander Rowe for 18th. He'll go back to the bottom, But Seth Cole is fighting Benny Watson, and that's going to make things difficult for Lightning. It's one thing when you have no one in front of you on the bottom. It's another when there is, and see, Fernandez will capitalize. And she will go by for 19th. That puts Lightning in the danger spot again. He better get up, or Catano will be to his outside once more. And there it is, Catano to the quarter panel of Lightning. And keep in mind, this is your points leader now. 24 points over Andrew Rich after the Pukaka doubleheader. Lightning in 22 starts has 3 wins, 10 top 5s, and 16 top 10s. That's tied most in all categories with teammate Matthew Logan, who missed the Pukaka doubleheaders and now sits in 5th in the standings. And at that, Logan with only 21 starts on the season. Lightning back to the top. He'll pass Benny Watson. That'll put Watson down to 20th. Now Catano looking for that position. Gardner continues to lead at the front. Dylan Young up to 5th. As Gardner getting a bumper full of Tringali. Logan catching back up. Speaking of Nico Tringali, Tringali won his one and only heat race all the way back at Atlanta. And then, of course, 10 races later, he got the main event win at Dover. I'm sure he would love a heat win here at this track. And there he goes to the outside of Gardner, trying to get that run set up. But a bad move doing it in the middle of the corner, but it definitely seems like Tringali's got the better car. Can he work over the 98 of Gardner? There's the move again. Does he get there? Not quite. And there's 3 more hungry sharks right behind them. Logan, Bishop, Young, they're all catching up now. Seven laps to go at the start-finish line. There it is again by Tringali. Dylan Young's trying to make the same move on Bishop. Tringali doesn't get by Gardner first. Logan gets to his bumper. Logan could make a move. And you can just see it's not working out for Tringali every time he tries it. Just not enough momentum. If he were to just stay in line one more lap, I think he would have a shot. There you see he peeks out again. He's trying to just dive it to the outside. Oh, he gets there. He gets there at 5 to go. And Logan will go right to the top and follow him. Side by side, battle for the lead down the backstretch. Gardner on the bottom, Tringali to the top. And off of turn 4, Tringali will take the lead. Now Logan to the outside of Gardner. Dylan Young to the outside of RJ Bishop behind them for 4th place. And here comes James Ellison in 6th. Young will complete the move on Bishop for 4th as Logan completes the move on Gardner for 2nd. And now Dylan Young will work on the outside of Gardner, and Young takes 3rd place off of turn 2. Gardner down to 4th as they come to 2 to go. Bishop now will move to the outside of Gardner. And Ellison's right there. Gardner knows he can make the race, but now it's down to who's going to get that heat win. Bottom 4 right now, Catano, Voiles, Wheeler, and Riggs as they come around for the white flag. Tringali's looking for his 2nd heat win of the season and his 1st in 24 races. Is this a possible turning point for the Season 2 Voltage Cup champion? Nico Tringali wins heat number 2 in the Motordrome. And not even close, Lightning gone as Voiles and Catano battle for 21st. So Voiles, Catano, Riggs, and Wheeler will miss out on the main event. And that'll do it here for heat number 2. Let's just take a quick look at where they were in the points. Catano coming in 42nd, Voiles 38th, Wheeler 48th, And Corey Riggs, I believe, is one of the drivers in the top 30. And indeed, he is. Riggs coming in 27th. So the following drivers inside the top 30 but outside the top 20 have missed the race here tonight. And those drivers are 24th in points, Quinton Moore, 26th Turner, 27th Riggs, and 29th Deaver. So that is big for drivers like Colt Hudson, 30th in points, Watson, 28th, Adam Flickinger in 25th, and then the guys ahead, Bishop 23rd, even though he's got a win. But more importantly, Casey Nanako 22nd, Cavanero 21st, and so on. So with that, I will see you guys in an hour or so for the main event, 100 laps here under the dome. See you guys for that.